Hi Aquarius, this is your September 2025 reading. I'm Mystica Venice and welcome to my channel. I did a little meditating on your energies for the month and a couple of themes came up that I wanted to highlight. A few things I was getting was a bump in the road opens unexpected paths. The growing need for independence in relationship and independence in adventure in general. Your pentacles are flowing. Pay attention to unexpected opportunities, self-nurturing, having the courage to express your emotions, distant travel, perhaps a retreat, like a wellness retreat or a workshop on a growing interest of yours, like a class or new interest, or a charity. Maybe you're going to give back to a charity that you believe in. That was confirmation. Partnerships in business, making space for yourself and prioritizing your needs, appreciating small joys, expect the unexpected. So let's see if any of that comes up in your reading. We'll just get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and clear some space. I'm going to use this ocean deck. I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to shuffle this a couple of times, and we're going to go over a few things. We're going to go over your love. We're going to go over your finance and relationships. So love and relationships, work and career, and family and friends, and your soul tribe, the people you spend the most time with. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, please be here now to give divine messages to Aquarius for September 2025. Please guard this space and only invite in good energies for our highest divine good. Thank you for being here. Just give this one more little shuffle. This is my first time using these ones in online reading. They're very beautiful. They might be possibly AI images. I don't know. They're gorgeous though. Okay, I'm going to divide this deck into 3. Okay. Take it from the center. And I'm going to pull your love cards first. Ooh. Career and finances, however you say it, and then they've got family and friends. A lot of good things going on here. So in your past position in love, you have the Queen of Coral. This is the Queen of Wands. She's the Queen of Action. She's very fiery and spirited in nature. Try to get it to focus. She's fiery in nature, and she's passionate, but she also is quick to anger. But she also takes action, and she has a lot of growth. She's well established in her home, and she's somebody that people value her opinion and listen to her. In your current position, you have the Ace of Pearls. The pearls are cups, so this is a beginning of a new direction in love, a new opportunity in love and romance, a new relationship. And then in the future, you have, it's upside down, so it could be in the distant future, or I don't consider reversals to be opposite, but less of intensity. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is one of the best cards in the deck. This is one of the happiest cards of the deck. This talks about, stability, family, love. It's like the best you can achieve, besides the Ten of Cups, which you actually have in your family and friends position. So a lot of happy times here. Let's go ahead and clarify these. What do we want to clarify with? Let's clarify with the, I think it's the Illuminated Tarot. This has got really beautiful gold leafing in it. Okay, so let's see. What can you give me? My glasses on, get serious. What can you tell me about the Queen of Coral in the past position? Queen of Wands for Aquarius September 2025. What can you tell me about the Queen of Coral in the past position? Oh. Okay, Queen of Cups. So, not just the Queen of Action, but the Queen of Emotions. Somebody who's balanced in her emotions, passionate yet balanced in her emotions. These could represent people, or these could be different aspects of yourself. And you also got the Emperor. So, this could be, it's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the Pope, and he is a spiritual being. It's a spiritual man or person, and he also uses a lot of diplomacy because he has to work with a lot of people and discernment. So it seems like you're coming from some happy times. This is like a good, let's pull another one, a good relationship where you kind of learned a lot. I feel like this also could be you, like in the past you've been the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, but this Hierophant brought out your Cups nature, your feminine side, your softer side. This couple that's in the past. Let's see if I can get a few more cards on that. What's going on? Why are the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant? Ace of Cups, which is also here. There's a new situation. There's a new. These are the same card. There's a new situation for love. What happened in the past position with this Hierophant? What happened with this spiritual man in nature, this Hierophant? These, these are just energies. Any of these women can be men and vice versa, and they don't have to be people either. They can just be energies that existed within a relationship. It appears there is a new passionate relationship. You've got a lot of messages. You're going to need strength, or you have strength. You are using your strength, the balance of strength, knowing when to be gentle, knowing when to be strong, and then the balance in that to infinity. Ten of Pentacles again. So it appears that in your future you're going to have like a really stable, happy life. What is this? Oh, the Artist. This deck, they add cards. This one actually doesn't stand. It's an additional card to the original 21 major arcana. So this Artist, it's like you are making a masterpiece out of your life in the future. Page of Pentacles. So you're moving into the Ten of Pentacles, but you become the Page of Pentacles first. This is somebody that is taking a new this is a new opportunity for stability and learning with the Swords, a new opportunity for a new point of view in love. And you have the Tower, and the Tower exists to the Tower exists because the foundation was not stable. This is in your future position, so it seems like you're dealing with the end of a relationship that was a happy place, a good place, but for some reason, and I can't get a read on that because of these quick moving messages, something happened, and you've had to have strength. And this, it's eclipse time, so there's a lot of changes in energy during eclipse season, and we learn new things happen, but it's not to fear. Like, changes for the good, and these towers crumble down so that you can build a new life that's like the Ten of Pentacles, with a sturdy foundation where you can really be yourself as the artist and grow into this new life. So even though it kind of sounds very dramatic, I see this as a lot of growth for you. And obviously, if this is not your story, don't make it fit. There will be other readings. Is there a topic you want to hear about? Because if this sounds like your story, you'll know it because it'll sound like I'm talking to you. You'll be like, oh, I know exactly what she's talking about. So, but this is for somebody, if not a group in this collective. I see that this is in the journey. But with the Ten of Pentacles, that's like happiness and stability. I mean, I think like with the artist, you're going to have to figure out like what it is that you're looking for in the Page of Swords, and learn how to go in that direction, and the Page of Pentacles, and learn with your new perspective, and like learn the actual how to make your life more what was I saying? Stable, reliable. Six of Pentacles. Something that reminds you of home, like you have nostalgia for old times, simpler times. There's a balance that is called for. A charity, like it to be charitable. Maybe that's something you do, because this person is giving charity to these people, so that might be something, this new pursuit, but it comes in romance. So I feel like this is like you wanting either to even the playing field, or you don't want the playing field to be uneven. Okay. How does Aquarius get to... Give me one more card to clarify. Page of Cups, so now you have all the pages. So this is the beginning of a very new time for you in love. Something happened. You're going to have strength. These are all pages. The only one you're missing is your Cups, Swords. This Wands is the fiery one. So it's like a slow period of growth. And then in your career and finances, we've got Three of Coral, which is the Three of Wands. This one talks about planning for the future. This is in the past position. This is about having a lot of times you have a globe in the hand. It's like having the whole world in your hands and making plans to go to distant shores. So it seems like you could have been making plans for your future career and finances. That ties back to your stability in your relationship there. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, and this is in your current position. This is somebody that has a very stable life. They've worked very hard to get to where they are, and like they've made it to this position where they are they can provide for others, and they are well provided for. They have health and material wealth. They have the things that they need in life to get where they need, and this is good because it says that you have, if you have an idea or something, that you actually have a way to finance this idea, or that it's just like because you're the Queen of Pentacles, you like attract wealth in your current career and finance. And then the future position is the Knight of Spears, which is the Knight of Swords. And this is like a fast acting idea. So, this is sort of like that overnight sensation feeling, like everybody says it happened overnight. And this action, this person gets discovered, but really they've been planning for it for a very long time, and it took them a long time to get to this position where they were magnetizing wealth. But let's take a look at. I want to see what this new fast-moving idea is in career and finances. Can you tell me more about the Three of Coral for Aquarius? What about Three of Coral for Aquarius in the past position? That's too many. For wealth and finances, what do we have? Is there any messages on this planning stage of career and finances? What's the careers of planning? Any messages? Spirit. You were leaving something behind. Something was illuminated in the light of the moon, and even though you had, like everything, you left it behind. It's upside down. You left it for love, true love. Let's see here. Let me go back here a step. Planning for your future. Okay, this is behind you. So you're leaving this emotional period behind. In work, you may have had a partner in work. Lovers isn't always love, or it could have been a partnership in a relationship. Although it seems like your current relationship has come to an end. So, but this could just be a partner, somebody you really connect with in career, that you make good partners with. And so you were planning with this person, you're planning a move with your partner in career and finances. Let me see what that is. Knight of Cups. Is that all of them? Yeah. So you're moving from like an idea that was emotional, heart-based idea. Perhaps you wanted to do something practical to get, the Queen of Swords is practical. She's not going to waste her time on emotional business. And maybe it feels too risky. Can you tell me about this Queen of Treasures, Queen of Pentacles, this gal here, in the current position for career and finances? The Well. So this is sort of like in the career section, it's sort of like having deep pockets, a well with which to draw your water from. It also talks about being well established because people who had wells didn't have to walk so far with the water. They had more time, more freedom. But this one, it also reminds me a bit of like the Star, like it's a time to heal. Go to the well to heal, the healing waters of the well. You're pulling from your deep well, not just in finances, but from your inner well. You're being very resourceful in business. That's what that is. It's very resourceful. What are they being resourceful towards? What is... Oh, too many. The Ace of Wands. There is a new action. I feel like this good. It's a new action. Four of Pentacles. Be careful of holding your energy too tight, because that blocks flow. It talks about like resisting change. Resisting change. Maybe that's why you don't want to do this heart-centered career. But you have this new idea, like this is coming in. And it's coming in fast. And on the Knight of Spears, you got the Page of Wands. This is also, didn't you have the Page of Wands already? No. Page of Wands is a youthful energy, and he brings a youthful energy to his work. He brings youthful energy to this new idea. That he's excited and action-based, and he's going to go forth, and he has a lot to learn still. You have the Three of Pentacles, working with others on a group project. And be careful about either carrying more than your share, or be careful of somebody being sneaky. So yeah, just make sure you vet your business partners, and that everybody is a-okay, above board. Anything else to know about this future business venture with this Queen of Pentacles? What else does this person need to know about their future? Five of Swords. Yeah, it's like, be careful where you're going. Be careful about the company that you are keeping in business, because it's saying that like maybe you're still naive in this industry, but you get there. So let me know if this resonates, and maybe you can enlighten me what this is about. I'll pull one more card on it. Knight of Pentacles. So I think that was the first card you got. No, Knight of Spears. The Knight of Pentacles is someone, he appears grounded, but he's like looking out for his own coins. If this is in business, he makes decisions quickly. He's charismatic. He's usually practical and reliable, but this could be the energy you're coming at it from. Be careful of somebody disguised as somebody loyal when they're actually, don't have your best interests at heart. And then obviously the Five of Swords. This person is just not seeing that, like, the battle's over. They're kind of like contemplative. They've got the Five Swords. In the regular cards, they don't see to them. They're like they're crying over the lost ones, and they don't see the other ones. But I don't see that in this card. People are walking away. Nobody's hurt. I think just make wise and discerning decisions in business, and really, like, if you're going through any contracts, you want to make sure to be reading them twice, or having somebody, have your lawyer look at it, something like that. So in family and friends and your soul tribe, your circle, in the past you have the devil. This can be addictions, it could be limiting of beliefs, it could be negative self-talk, it could be there's a lot of things it can be, but it's mostly just like a negative energy. We'll clarify these to see what that is, but that's in the past, that's behind you now. And then you have the Ten of Cups. This is upside down in your current position in friends and family. Oh, this is such a beautiful Um, and this talks about basically like, you know, it's ultimate happiness. It's not the Ten of Pentacles, which is that one skip with the Pentacles, but this is says you have like your family, your friends, you're contented, your home, your, you know, your pets, and it's like the happy life. Um, Currently, so it seems like you grew up like, uh, you came from a rough time. You know, you've had a lot of vices and things that like weighed you down, and things that felt like it kept you feeling trapped. But that's in the past, because now you're really like doing well with your friends and family. You're experiencing a lot of love, and things seem to be really good with your friends and family right now. In the future, you have the Seven of Spears. This is the Seven of Swords. This is that same one I was just talking about. Where did it go? This is like the sneaky card to watch out for a sneak. So let's see what they're talking about. In your past position, that's overs, cadovers. I don't even feel like we need to go into that. But we will. There. So you have like death and rebirth. You've totally changed from the person that you were when you were going through this tumultuous time. You've put in the work with the Eight of Pentacles to change yourself, change your life. You've Four of Cups. You've had time. It's been a while since then. You'd have time to dream up new ways of being. You've had times of introspection that led you to where you are now. And the Nine of Cups is the Make a Wish card. And this is where you now. This is your Ten of Cups, your Nine of Cups. This is you working on yourself to build this happy home life, to build well-balanced relationships with your family and friends. You know, people see that you're working hard and trying, and you have celebrations. This is the Three of Cups card. And so people are celebrating for you. They're really happy to see you have come so far in healing yourself. And people are kind of singing your praises. She's really done a lot of work. She's really changed. Or he. And there's celebrations at this time. You guys are, you know, you have a happy home life at this time. And then you have the Knight of Wands. And this says that you are going to be taking some action. There's like something is coming up for the family at this time. Some growth. Knight of Wands is also somebody that can lose their temper, because it's a fire card, and they don't always look before they leap. Queen of Wands. Growth. So it's like you've made it. But who is this Queen of Wands? These could be, you know, people in your life. Like a Knight of Wands could say something upsetting to a Queen of Wands. And they both have passionate, fiery natures. You got this card again. So, like, to be careful, you know, to remember to count your blessings, because in this card, the Three Cups have spilled over, but there's one behind him. And he's not looking up to really contemplate this. He's so distraught that he can't, you know, see clearly over this, you know, kind of like passionate fight that maybe even comes after a celebration or a time of celebration. Let's see what who's this sneaky person that you need to watch out for, or who is this who's carrying their more than their share of the burden? The Four of Swords. This one is like a going within card, intuition card. This is like a time of healing. After a hard time, maybe the person that you need to watch for is healing, or King of Pentacles. This is in the future position. This is after the, okay, so after this misunderstanding, this argument, and now you're like watching out for this person, then you have to go within and be introspective after battle, and like self-soothe. In the future, it's gonna be fine. There is stability here in this card. This is a card of it could be very nurturing. So like maybe there's an offer of an apology, even, or somebody, another person stands up for you, or it's like just telling you it's all gonna be all right. Can we get one more card on this family situation? The Fool. The beginning of a new adventure. So whatever it is, it seems that you work through it and you work on it. This relationship that needs healing, and you work on it. You toil over it. You know, you decide: is this relationship worth this effort, this much effort that I've been putting into it? I've been working on this for a long time. Is it still worth it? And maybe it is, because the King of Pentacles is a very warm, nurturing figure. But only you can decide. The Empress. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it to feel this way, to feel like you are in the happy home. You know, this is what you're working for, is like this home life. This is why you've been going through the death and rebirth and the healing. And it says you're going to get there in the future. You know, you're going to sort out your past traumas, or what, you know, that's not the right word, but you know, your past things. You're going to sort this out in order to develop like healthy family and friend relationships. So I want to pull some oracle cards to get like a healing meditative message on this. I'm going to go with the Starseed Oracle and see if we've got some messages to take with us throughout our month, to reflect on. These readings have been particularly intense during this eclipse season because it's just so much going on. Yeah, there's a lot of changes, and like even if you have like your things together, like you may find that, you know, friends or family may be having issues come up, or vice versa. You have something come up, you need to have support in that. There's a lot of different ways that this eclipse can affect, but it's not a time to manifest. It's a time to let the seeds that you have sown, let them have their time to flow. So you kind of have to sit back and wait for a couple weeks and just, you know, not worry about it. Let's see. We, the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And I think this has to do with you nurturing yourself through this time of death and rebirth. And going within to like rebirth yourself, nurture yourself, and ultimately, you know, find this deep love for yourself through all of this work that you have done. And that is actually a really nice way to end this. Deep love, mother's milk. Yeah, it's amazing portal energy, and this one has a lot of hieroglyphs in ancient Egyptian symbols, galaxies and things like this, you know, you may want to look up study some of the Egyptian folklores, or learning about science, stars. Anyway, that was your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've made it this far, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next month.